Ladies and gentlemen, the Adult Baby Show.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Adult Baby Show, episode 154. I am B.
I'm Chick.
And I'm Chris.
And we got a very special guest with us.
I'm excited.
I'm very excited.
I'm excited too. Jess Philippone.
I told you not to say my whole name. I don't want people knowing I was on this thing.
You're right. Well, like I said, your life's going to change tomorrow. You're going to be a big star. You're probably going to get recognized.
Oh, what is that like?
Oh, man, it's difficult.
Very flattering.
Wait,
yeah.
do people recognize if you show Tom my thing that I screenshotted when you put up the masks?
What?
Remember when you put up a picture of the mask on Instagram?
Yes.
And your face is like scrunched?
I didn't. I don't think I sent him that. So
me of my face in the middle of the mask. That's right. We did talk about it.
We did talk about that.
Yeah, there was a few people that sent messages. Jess, you were like, "Is this what he looks like?"
That's
Is
me.
that how you get recognized?
Yeah, that's how you get recognized.
Face.
Well, the reason why you're on the show today, and the only
really
reason,
fun.
is because on Saturday I got the vaccine, and you administered you vaccinated me.
That's what I told you I did. Yeah.
Would you slip in there?
Yeah, well, it could be anything, and it was quite a process. So I did get the vaccine on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to preface that I got a call from Frantic B after I got the vaccine.
Oh no!
And it made my day. As I was concerned because I love him, but I was dying. I was laughing. I think
probably everyone in his phone book and like his kindergarten teacher all got a phone call after he was just waiting for somebody to answer. Like, please tell me everything's gonna be okay.
Well, yeah, I did. I called a lot of people. No, I only called my mom and Chick.
I love that I was just me and your mom.
Chick was so happy I called him. You were very excited that I called. You were ready to come to Stony Brook to get me.
I was. Well, I always tell people, call me, and then when somebody actually takes you up on it,
you're like, that's like your day.
Yeah.
So I was ready to
called all that. You only called them, but then I got a few text messages like, "Where are you? Where are you? You said you were coming in the room, and where are you?"
It was a process. So first of all,
let's get into the whole process of what happened.
Jess, you're a nurse.
No, I'm not. But thank you.
What are you? What? You just some lady on the street handing out the vaccine?
I told you. I just met you at a bar one day, and then he's like, "Give me a shot." So I was like, "All right."
That's really how it happened.
Yeah. No, I'm in school. I'm in school.
Oh, so yeah. All right. So you're practicing on me. That's cool.
Exactly.
That makes me feel very comforting. So I get there. I had a 2:00 appointment. I get there. You have to get like a letter from your job that tells you that you work, because the reason why I was able to get it is because of my job, because I work, what is it?
You're Essential. A grocery store worker.
Right. All right. So the place I work is considered a grocery store.
If New York State is watching, you better phrase it correctly.
Well, that's why I'm trying to phrase it the right way. But a lot of you know what my job is and where I work. So the letter didn't exactly say. They wanted me to be like a cashier at a grocery store, and that's not what I do. So I get this letter, I get there, and I give it to this person, and right away she shuts me down.
Oh, Teresa was like, no. She crumpled it up and threw it at him, and she was like, no. Get the hell out of here.
So now
Teresa,
she was like 65 years old, and she like limped over to him, and he's like, he is for my job. And like
that's exactly what it was
did
like.
Did you ever hear, like act natural? Like, no. If he was lying, first of all, you're not even lying, and you just admitted lies, like even though you weren't lying. You're like, I guess just take this stuff from my job. And Teresa was like, no, you don't work at Stop and Shop. Get the hell out of here. And he
I
was
get
like,
very
okay, bye.
nervous.
And he started to like turn around and leave. And I was like, hello, calm down. Let's take a breath. Hold on. We'll figure
You don't
this
know who
out.
you're dealing with, right? Because you never really met him before. Well, you briefly knew him.
No, we know each other.
I don't
Oh, you
really
do
know.
know.
I don't really know crazy Brendan. I really don't. I thought
So-
I did. He's always like, "Oh, I'm so crazy." I'm like, haha. No, I didn't really know that.
She's never seen me on that level.
No.
Right.
See,
So-
this is the type of kid who, when he goes somewhere and forgets his wallet to get lunch, he winds up going to 6 different stores and ordering lunch from all these places to avoid embarrassment.
No, that doesn't even make sense.
I don't get that one. But how
He's
Come
referring
on, you
to
guys
one
get
time.
that.
One time I didn't have a cash on me and I got stuck. I used my credit card at a pizza place, and then the guy said it's $10 minimum. So I left to another place and left my. It's a whole story that. It's a
Was
long.
that on an episode that I didn't listen to?
Yeah, that's on every other episode. Have you ever listened to this podcast, by the way?
Yeah, I've listened to it.
You could be honest. Tell us no. We won't get a.
No, I listened to the one where the first time that I met Brendan, a very strange thing happened, and he talked about it on the podcast. So I listened to that. But
Yes.
about some like weird guy that was sitting next to him at the bar, and Brendan gave him his phone number, and then he was
Oh,
claiming he was,
alright.
like a
Remember that
hooker or
guy?
something.
He was getting a prostitute that night, and I was trying
Yeah.
to tell him, no, you're gonna get
Mhm.
hurt.
Mhm.
Like he lived with his parents, and he seemed a little off.
Yeah, there was something wrong with him.
All right.
There was something clearly like a little wrong with him, and that's who Brendan gave his phone number to. So
Yeah.
So-
that was
That
that
sounds
was the
right.
day that I met you. So I listened to that one.
Yeah.
And I
And-
listened for 5 minutes on the podcast where you said I was a really good friend when I got you the appointment.
Okay, so you do listen. Lauren listens too, right?
I think she really does. I don't think
Lauren
that's a joke.
has talked that she's Lauren's a big listener. Lauren is Jess's other friend. They're a
Uh-huh.
dynamic duo. So
My other friend, like it's
I
just
like
two
how
of
he
you.
said, I was just gonna say that. That's Jess's other friend.
Her other
I'm
friend
sorry.
besides me. Okay.
I'm sorry. We're all over the place today. I'm sorry.
Okay. Oh, all right. Let's get
oh,
back to Teresa.
So back to Teresa. So this lady is like in charge. So when you get the vaccine, it's like she's the first person, the first line of defense before you get the vaccine.
Yeah, she's definitely not in charge in any way.
But she
she's
thinks she
just-
is.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's enough sometimes.
Who knew that 65-year-old Teresa would be the one standing in the way of Mr. One Kidney getting his vaccine?
That's right. And I want
Mr.
to
One Kidney.
I want to tell her, like, don't you think I deserve to get the vaccine over these people?
Mhm.
That's how I felt.
I don't know how she would have answered that, so it was probably better that you didn't
Yeah.
ask that.
But I started freaking out because now it's a Saturday. I have to call my boss. I have to start calling my company. And I don't want to ruffle any feathers, you know? The last thing I want to do is ruffle feathers.
Are other people from your company getting it?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm the first one, though.
You sounded as hesitant as she did saying she listened to the podcast.
No. Because it's a Saturday and I have to call my boss. And my boss is on vacation in Vermont. Everybody's
First of
home.
all, rewind a little. So they said, so the woman's like, no, you don't work in a grocery store. And he's like, yeah, I do. And he's like, well, she's like, it says that you're a delivery driver. He's like, well, I also work at the counter.
Yeah.
So Teresa's like, no, this isn't gonna work. And I
She
was
didn't
like,
believe
okay.
me.
And he's like turning around and ready to go. I was like, hold on, Teresa, what do we need this letter to say? And we'll get it for you. And Brendan's halfway out the door. I had to like chase him and grab him to come back.
I would have
And-
left. I was ready to leave.
So she's like, let me go talk to my boss. So she goes, whatever. She's waiting around. She can't find the boss. So I'm like, give me these papers. So I took the papers and I walked into the office and I was like, my friend is here and they're giving him a problem to come in. Like, what do you want this to say? And she was like, well, first of all, does he even have an appointment or are you just trying to get him in?
Oh, you didn't
And I
even
was
tell me
like-
that.
Whoa. Oh no, you were way too. I wasn't about to tell you anything more stressful. You were like out there. And she was like, first of all, does he have an appointment? Or are you just trying to get your friend in? And I was like, okay, lady, hold on. He has an appointment and he works in a grocery store. He's a grocery store worker and whatever. She's just giving me an attitude, whatever. And I'm like, I'm just killing her with kindness. I'm like, just tell me what it has to say and we'll get it for you. She's like, you're attesting to $1 million fine if you're lying, right? And I
Get
said,
out of here. Is it that much?
Are you serious?
yeah. So if Cuomo is listening, you are a grocery store.
I am a grocery store employee, of course.
So whatever. So then I come back out and I'm like, Brendan, just have someone from your job scribble on this piece of paper, send them a picture of it and scribble. He's like, I don't even know how to do that. How do you edit? How do you even edit on a picture? And I was like, he was just being a crazy person. And he called his boss and then he hands me the phone. He's talking to his boss. He's like, I need a whatever. I'm not trying to get the vaccine. I need a letter. And he hands me the phone. And I'm like, hi, he needs a letter from, and I'm being all professional. And then he's like, yeah, I'm in Vermont, like skiing. Can you call that to Brendan?
Yeah.
Like, can you not talk to me, lady? Like, I don't care. And he basically also said to fuck off too. He was like, I'm not dealing with this.
He did.
I love your impression of B though, because it's so I could so envision him just being flustered, and he gets very like flustered is the best word. Like once something's not going according to plan, it throws him off completely, and he can't form full sentences.
Mm-hmm. Well, he was mad that I wouldn't let him leave. He wanted to run out the door, and he was mad that I was just like, just calm down for a second. It will be fine. But really, I was thinking, oh shit, they're not going to let him get it. And I can't do anything. Like he thinks, first of all, I listened whatever week it was when you got the appointment, and you think I have like some pull. I don't. I was just like everybody else getting the appointment.
No, I know you don't have pull.
He made it seem like you made the vaccine.
He stirred it up in her kitchen.
Yeah.
So then I was like, oh shit. He's not gonna get this vaccine. That's what I was really thinking in my head. But I'm like, calm down. It's gonna be fine. We're like, just call whoever, whatever. And then he calls the store, and then he calls somebody else. Anyway, then you got the email. It was not a big deal. This whole thing
it took an hour and a half.
It did not.
It did. And
this is all the day of, right? This isn't like
my appointment is at 2 o'clock. 2 to 2:15 is my appointment. I'm there at 1:55, ready to go. Nervous. By the way, I'm terrified because I don't know what's going to happen. Already I'm nervous. And now this is just an added stress on me that I'm going to have a problem getting in. And I have to take umbrage with you because I didn't sound all when I was calling my company. No, I didn't.
You did.
I'm telling you.
You definitely did. There's no way you didn't.
When I called my company, I was cool as a cucumber. I really was.
She's laughing because she can't even take you serious. That's how much you're lying through your.
I know I was.
No, actually, I'll change.
Don't backtrack.
No. You were not. Maybe I exaggerated a little.
Mm-hmm.
However, when you were on the phone with your boss, you were a little bit like scrambling your words.
My body language.
No,
well,
she said
yeah.
Speak.
But you were scrambling your words a little bit. So I was like in front of you, and I was like, just tell them you just need. And he goes with the hand.
Wow. Can I tell you, if I'm you at that moment, that's when you don't even get the shot anymore.
And I was like, oh, I better be quiet because I don't know this person. I don't know if he's gonna punch me in the face. I don't know if he's gonna pull out a gun and shoot me. I really don't know.
How dare you even say that?
You gave me the hand, talk
you know
to the
how
hand.
Disrespectful that is, giving somebody the hand.
But it was like a reflex, shh, with a mad, angry face. And then later, after he calmed down, hours later, I was like, that really upset me when you shushed me on the phone. He was like, I didn't even know I did that. But that's how. So you weren't.
is one of my biggest pet peeves.
What?
This is
Being
how
shushed.
I was calming him because I didn't even flip out because I have a lot of pet peeves and he was doing a lot of them that day.
Oh yeah.
Well, what else? What else was I doing?
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I was very nervous, and I don't like calling. I had to call the girl from HR on her day off. Everybody was. They were all pretty helpful. They got the thing done, but the other thing I just want to go back to, because she wanted me to take a picture of the letter that my company gave me, and then she wanted my boss to scribble like his name on it and like cross out things with editing. I was like,
that's what I said?
yeah.
Why are you acting like this is like paint? No.
It was. That's how you wanted to do it.
He doesn't have a letterhead. He doesn't, whatever. You were just finding 100 reasons why it wasn't going to work. So I was trying to find solutions to that.
Yes, he's trying to solve the problem that you're so willing to walk right out of there.
Exactly. I was like, he can send an email, and then he's like, it probably has to be on a letterhead. He's in Vermont. He doesn't have a letterhead. So I was like, take a picture of this one that you have and have him just like add a sentence on the bottom and you scribble your signature. And now he's making it like there's arrows and hearts and shit on it. And that's not what I said to do.
Which, by the way, my boss finally, because also I'm sending my boss this, and since he's in Vermont, there's no service. So he's not getting any service. And he ended up doing it.
Oh, so he did exactly what
he did do
said.
it.
Yeah.
So her plan
no cross outs, no hearts, no emojis, nothing.
So what you asked in theory wasn't that hard, and it was reasonable, and it got done.
In the
yes.
When it was happening, it all felt so much.
Everything is too much for you, though. This is why I'm so happy you're on, because you were like the outsider that gets to confirm everything that we discuss, and he could talk his way out of that on the show. But when there's somebody else that is non-biased who could confirm everything, he doesn't like it.
It was, I don't handle anxiety well. I am not a very anxious person. So when I see people getting like all flustered and stuff, it annoys me kind of.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to annoy you.
So only because I know like anxiety is very real to the person like experiencing it, but from the outside, it's just like, what the hell is a big fucking deal?
I get it. I get it. But it was a lot.
I was trying to bridge those two things by being really annoyed with you trying to run out the door and trying to like, calm you down and just like get it done. But I was also like, shut the fuck up. Like, it's not a big deal. And you're like, it's Saturday. It's Saturday. Like, no one's ever answered their phone on a Saturday before.
It's not like it's fucking Christmas or, it's fucking Jesus.
You're right. You're right. And you know what? I've had people from my job call me on my days off, and I'm like, I'm happy to help. So
exactly.
You're right.
And actually, you called me one time. Right. You called me one time, and you thought I was the HR person. And
I remember. That was very embarrassing.
And I was like, oh my God, Brendan's calling. He wants to chat. And then he was like, hey, Jess. He thought I was Jess from Human Resources. And then he was like, oh, I actually didn't intend to talk to you at all, ever. So,
yeah, that really set you off. I'm sorry.
That was like a year ago, and it still bothers me.
That was
still getting under her skin. Just
I know that was in August. That's when I moved into my apartment.
He didn't want to talk.
Did you get the vaccine yet?
Yeah.
That's a dumb question, right? Because you guys got it first.
Well, no, it's not dumb because everyone.
Not dumb because I want to ask you. You got your second one today, actually.
Yeah.
And
you've already been double dosed. Look at you.
How are you feeling? Because you don't. I'm gonna be honest. You look a little lackadaisical.
I was literally gonna say, if you tell me I look like shit, I'm shutting this laptop.
I'm not saying.
Can I tell you, as B was talking, I wanted to be like, dude, what are you about to say? Shut
up. For all the listeners, I always look like shit. So I don't look. This is no different. This is no different.
I promise
I feel regular.
Even though I always say, and you're much better looking than all of us on here and most guests that we have. So don't worry, you're good.
Sure. That's true.
I feel fine.
What?
I feel fine.
All right. So, but I feel
my
like
fever is only like 103. It's really not a big deal.
Aren't you supposed to get sick after the second one? Or is that a phallus? Like
And you're not supposed to, but I mean you can. But
Okay.
people who don't, they all were tested and they have the same antibody levels as people who did get sick. So it's just
All right.
how your body reacts to
Well,
it.
I talked to friend of the podcast, Nick Tallelli, and he said he had a fever for about a day and didn't feel good for
Wait, he
that
got
person.
the vaccine?
Yeah, he works
Oh,
in a
that's right.
hospital.
He works in a hospital.
Yeah, I forgot about
Yeah.
that.
So
now,
he
are you an advocate of the vaccine, or do you just, or you one of, yeah, or you one that doesn't, it's fine, nothing to worry about? Like, do you care at all, really?
I mean, I don't see any reason to be against it. So,
All right.
I mean, unless you're pregnant, I don't think either any of you three are, but that would be my only
Maybe check.
pause.
We
But
still decided if I am or not.
yeah.
but besides that, I mean, even that, like, you pause for a second because they don't know, but at the same time, there's really no reason to think that it would be harmful.
Okay.
So,
Well, you don't look like a worrier. I get that vibe from you. That
She's
you don't
not,
worry.
and that kind of bothers me. It's like
No,
there's
can
a lot
I
to
tell
be
you that's
worried about.
why she should be in this field?
So
Because
B's in your
he-
waiting room, and he's like, "You're not worried enough."
Yeah.
Mhm.
See, no, I
Exactly.
don't want my doctor worried. This goes back to the conversation we had a few episodes ago where I said I want a robotic type doctor. I don't want somebody with personality. I want somebody just like, this is what it is. This is what I got to do. Like,
Wait, so Brendan told me I look like shit, and you told me I have no personality. So this is
no.
not-
I said I want my doctor with no personality.
Well, I want my
I'm waiting for Chris's insult. We have a half hour left.
I want my doctors to have good bedside manner. And that's when I have to admit to you, when you actually, I did feel much better with you giving me the shot than some random person.
Okay.
So I think you do
welcome.
have good bedside manner.
No,
for
that's
a-
because you know her. That's all. That has nothing to do with bedside manner. No offense.
Excuse
but
me. Now, no offense, but I have great bedside manner.
she does.
I'm not saying you don't, but I'm saying the reason why he was comfortable is because he knows you.
Okay.
Well, Jess, you made me feel
Maybe.
comfortable throughout the
People
whole process.
love me getting this shot. Okay. Just
No,
saying.
I'm sure they do.
Do you give a strong poke?
It depends if they're rude.
That's true, though. If
Fair.
the guy's rude, you will make it painful,
No.
right?
No.
No, that's
I
crazy.
would. If I was a
can't
doctor
do
or a
Well,
nurse,
that's why you're not.
I
Yeah,
would.
exactly.
I would shake it around the vein a little bit.
Now, here's the other thing I had to deal with going through. Once I finally made it through, they have to. You see like a second desk, and because of my kidney transplant, there was a whole. I had to speak to a doctor beforehand. So the first person was like, "All right, well, they're gonna flag. I'm gonna have to. They're gonna flag you to pull you aside and speak to the doctor." Now I'm getting in line ready to go. Nobody flagged me. I had to flag myself. I had to be, excuse me, and then I talked to the doctor. And a very nice gentleman, a nurse, which I pointed out to you, he was very nice to me. He pulled me aside and and I talked to this nurse, this doctor, and then she gave me the go ahead. I see you. You give me the shot. Right away, I felt it inside my bloodstream, and
That is not even possible.
I felt warm. I felt
Yeah.
like a warmness.
Huh?
It
Like
was very weird.
throughout?
I felt
He's lying, Chris. It's in his head.
Yeah, I know. I want to know what he felt though.
Oh,
I
all
felt like flushed, like
That's
like-
just because you were hanging out with me for 5 minutes.
yeah.
right.
That's the bedside manner.
Hmm.
And
You felt all
everything.
warm inside. That's what people tell me. Feel warm inside
Yeah, that's
after they hang out with me for 5 minutes.
that's the vibe you give off.
He's so mean. Okay, go ahead. Talk
So
about
then they
how
do this.
you felt.
They do this thing where you have to sit in a room for 15 minutes. So everything that you just thought that might happen to you, now you sit in the room and think about because it might happen to you. And the way this room is set up, there's there's an oxygen tank, there's a paramedic, and a stretcher.
Oh, you mean in a hospital room? Those three things were there? That's crazy.
No, in a designated room for people that maybe something could happen to. So then my anxiety goes. That's when I called you, chick. Because when you already suffer from anxiety and then you're like, oh, I just took a shot that
Oh,
there's some
man.
questions about. I'm happy to take it, but
There's no questions about it.
I-
You already no. You told me all this beforehand, and I was like, it's just to make sure you don't have an allergic reaction, which you can
But
have to anything.
you know I'm afraid of allergic reactions. I've told you this.
You're afraid of literally everything.
Did he tell you about his fake peanut allergy?
Yes.
It's not peanuts. It's
Did he
cashews.
when you gave him? Did he have to fill out a questionnaire? And when it said allergies, does he put peanuts?
Sometimes I put latex
Why?
because. Did I ever tell you I was in EMT school?
No.
Yeah, I was in EMT school for a little while, and I broke out in latex. With a latex glove, I broke out in hives, and they brought me to the emergency room.
The paramedic who got brought to the emergency room.
Yeah, and they wouldn't allow me to finish the course.
Of course not.
Wait, why would you go to the emergency room because you had hives?
I was working. I was going to school. It was Nassau Hospital, the big hospital over there on Hempstead
I'm
Turnpike.
just thinking because it probably wasn't. You were probably like, I can't breathe. Somebody help me. You don't go to the emergency room for hives.
Well, I was taking classes in the hospital, and that's where they put me. All right. I don't know. I don't know what you want me to
Okay.
say.
I love you already. This is great.
Well, whatever. So
Hey, I never
sometimes
knew you tried to be a paramedic. You would be the worst paramedic
Oh,
in the
dude.
history.
Dude, it was a bad idea.
That would be horrible.
It was
Imagine
a bad
you
idea.
walking
I used
into
to go
somebody
out.
and he's got to save you. This
Dude,
kid
if
would
B
fucking
shows up
freak
in
out.
any scene, that person's dead.
It was.
That person is so dead.
I
Even
honestly
if their
don't know
injury
what I
wasn't
was
life
thinking.
threatening. B finds a way to like touch something.
B would have a panic attack while he's trying to fix him, and then they need another ambulance to come and help him.
Honestly, I don't know what I was thinking. Trying
Well,
to.
what
do.
were you doing with the latex? Were you like, am I allergic to this? Am I?
No, it was in my hand. I had it on my hand, and it was. I don't
No,
know what I
And
was
your
doing.
whole body was in hives.
No, just my hand.
I had actually something similar when this started, and I had to wear gloves at work. My whole like here down ish got hives.
You didn't go to an emergency room,
No.
did you?
No, absolutely not. You know what I did? I just stopped wearing the gloves.
Well, whatever. They made me do that. But anyway,
They
I
made you
finished
do
up
that.
room.
They just
and
wanted to get rid of you from the program.
They might have. They might have. I
Let's
finished.
just
up
tell
in
him he's
that-
allergic to latex. They probably put something in the glove.
What?
I said they probably put something in the glove, tell him you're allergic, and get him out.
Oh my god. It's very funny. But
So you call me because now this is where I come in.
so
And
yeah, so then I'm sitting in this room, and like I said, I'm looking at a paramedic at a table with a stretcher and a big oxygen tank, and I'm like, somebody's going down in here. So I start freaking out. And
Wait, can I interrupt you for a second?
sure.
Because you're painting a picture. I want to paint a picture of this
Okay.
as well.
Please do.
He's painting a picture like you go into a hospital room and they're like this, like ready for you. In actuality, it is a huge like auditorium with 100 chairs spread out, right? With like 85-year-old people sitting around. Then there's this
I was the youngest person in there.
Mhm. Then there's this big fat guy all the way at the front of the room, like it feels like a mile away. Big fat guy, volunteer
He's a
paramedic,
paramedic.
playing Candy Crush on his phone with one little stretcher a mile away, and he sees it. He's like, they think something's gonna happen to me, and I'm like, this guy is not gonna do any. Like, no one thinks anything's gonna happen. To me. Like,
Nobody's giving it a second thought.
yeah, because they were like, who can we call in from retirement because we need someone here, but they don't need to do anything. That was my impression of the paramedic. Brendan's impression was he is here for me. He knows I'm coming. He knows I have a cashew allergy, and he needs to help me. So it's just a little bit of a different perception.
Okay, fair enough.
That's all I'm saying.
But I see
looked
this,
at
and
it like,
my head
uh-huh.
starts going, and I freak out. And now I call my mom first, and I got so freaked out while talking to my mom. that I actually hung up on her because one thing I do, like you were saying earlier, I do get fidgety. So like I'll start like moving around in my chair a lot, and that's what I was doing. Like I feel like I need to like I don't know. Like
You were actually
it's a weird
doing
move.
like first you like got up on it was like a little like couch and he got up on it and he was like crouching on it.
Dude.
Like not really he was like kind of sitting on his knees, but like not like putting his whole butt down, like just like his knees were up and he was like crouching and like holding onto the back of the couch. And then he sat back down and then he was like lunging on it. And I was like, but really, I'm like, okay, he's a comedian and I don't know him that well. And I'm like, is he fucking
That's what
with
drove
me?
me nuts. You
He's
thought I
like,
was like doing a bit or
this
something.
is
Well,
my
not that
act.
it was a bit, but I'm like,
Practicing
his
routine.
he's got to be fucking with me right now because what the fuck are you doing?
Not at
And,
all.
and I'm like, and I was like, calm down. And then he would like half laugh, and he was like, looking at his phone, and then I was like, okay, he's obviously fucking with me because, and I was just looking, and I was just like,
You were looking at me like I was a crazy person.
She
you
was thinking in
literally
her,
were.
man the fuck up.
Well, and then I was like, do you want a drink of water? Like, I don't know what to do for you right now.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, you have water? And I was like, yeah. So I pulled out my water bottle from my bag and he was like, no, I can't drink your water.
Well, because it's
like,
warm.
okay.
You know what happens when
Oh,
know
that's
what-
right. Because it
Oh,
was warm. It was room
Warm water's
temperature.
better for you.
It
No,
was
no, no,
room
no, no, no.
temperature.
No. Here's the thing with warm water. I assume that it's been in the sun, and when sun heats up plastic, it
The
contaminates
winter!
the water.
It's a fucking winter. It's fucking 40 degrees out normally.
It was in my backpack the whole day.
All right.
There was no sun. But yeah, and mind you, the paramedic who was on edge waiting for Brendan to drop at any moment, he's doing all these calisthenics on this little couch and being crazy or whatever. And nobody looked up once ever.
No,
So-
not one person, because they were all deaf. They were all old ladies.
But I'm saying the
they couldn't hear or
paramedic
see
was
what was
never
happening
expecting
behind
to
them.
do any work that day. Nobody thought, like, no one, and all of these days, nothing has happened. And your perception was, oh my God, they brought an oxygen tank for me.
so
Yeah, it was-
amazing.
What I'm hearing is, B, you had a captive audience. You should have started doing some material while you were fidgeting
No.
on the couch.
No, I
She
was.
should have brought you
I
out a fucking coloring book to keep you occupied. Maybe that would have helped. It helped,
Maybe. It was annoying how calm like the old ladies were that just got the vaccine. There was a lady that was right in front of me in a
they
wheelchair.
don't gotta worry
that
long.
that was she was talking to her handler. She's like, "So we're getting soup after this, right? We're gonna get soup," and I'm freaking out. And I'm like, "How is she so calm?"
Because they don't care. They're 80 something years old. They don't give a shit.
Actually,
just wanna be
everyone's
able to
been
go to
like
bed.
a good mood. Everyone's been like very happy. It's actually been nice to work there because everyone is so happy that they're thinking like, oh, I'm gonna get this vaccine and now I can like do stuff. And Brendan was like, oh my God, like we needed a straitjacket or something. It was very weird.
But I have to say, then when I got home and everything was fine, I was so grateful that I got it. Like it's such like a relief, like a weight off my chest that I got the vaccine.
So
And
when
yes,
did you call me though?
thank you
After
for
your
that.
mother? You called
What?
me after your mother, right?
I'm sorry, say that again.
Did you called me after your mother, you said?
Yes.
And why did you hung up on your mother? Why though? You didn't really say why.
Oh, because sometimes when I'm in the middle of like a real panic attack like that, like I start freaking out, and whatever my mom was saying to me wasn't helping, and I hung up and I called her right back. I freak out. My fingers just shut the phone
How
off.
much
I
wine-
can't explain.
My
it.
fingers just shut the phone off.
I
How
can't
much wine
explain
did
it. I
your
really
mom
can't.
need to drink?
And then I called her back.
there?
I was like, I'm sorry, I'm just freaking out over here. Something's not right. I'm feeling something. And then she's like, it's okay, honey. My mom knows how to talk to me. My mom knows how to talk. She's like, it's okay, honey. You're fine.
His mom knows how to talk to him so much that he fucking hung up on her and he was like,
Yeah.
fuck you, mom.
No, I didn't say it.
She really knows how to calm me down.
His
And
mom
then I
basically
called
got a phone
Chick.
call. You realize your mother got a phone call from her son who just got the vaccine that is under a lot of scrutiny, and you fucking call her in a panic about it and then hang up on her. You know what you probably sent her through?
Well, I had also texted my mom earlier saying, not gonna get the vaccine. They're trying to stop me. I'm going home.
They're
And
trying
then
to
I left
stop
her
me.
hanging. So she
They're
was
trying
on a call.
At me.
And then I called you, Chick, because you're also now I bust your balls a lot, but you are somebody that's very good to talk to in the middle of a panic attack because you've experienced it before.
Yeah.
So you're somebody that like you're somebody that's high on my list to call when I'm dealing.
I
with
was flattered you called me.
Yeah, a little too flattered actually. Like like he started being like really he started getting proud that he got a call from me when I was having a meltdown. Like it was
Next
it,
time
it
we
was a
see
little
him,
off-putting.
he's gonna have a T-shirt that says "Be called me."
I'm number 2 on B's fucking panic list.
I'm
Yeah.
just saying that's why I was so excited when he called me that time, and then he was like, "Oh, wrong, Jess." You
That's
would
so
know how
funny.
that feels now, because look how excited you were that he called you.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, it's
Exactly.
very exciting you get a call. from me.
I felt you right from the get-go. I am on board with you.
You were great, and yeah, and honestly, it's been a big relief now that I have it. My second shot is February 20th, so expect another meltdown when that happens because I'm more
Yeah, but
nervous
don't
about
you
the
feel
second.
better now that you already got it and you didn't have an allergic reaction and you're fine?
Now, this is what I want to ask you.
The second one's different, B.
What did he just say?
Nothing. Go ahead.
Since I didn't have an allergic reaction to the first one, does that mean I'm clear for the second one?
Probably.
See, I don't like the way you said probably.
Because you can't hold her to it if she says 100% and something happens.
Yeah, because then you're gonna be able to point to this podcast.
Yeah,
Like,
no.
you
that's
told
a good-
me.
Do not cave. Just keep that answer.
I'm already getting fined $1 million over you. I don't need like another lawsuit
Yeah,
on
you're
top
right.
of that. You know?
Now, what I want to know is when he goes back in for the second phase of this, can you test him for allergies? I'm not even, I mean, I'm joking, but I'm not, because we've been asking him to take an allergy test and we need to find somebody who could administer this. And I would love nothing more than for you to, so you could give us the results. And I
could
don't
just sprinkle some cashews on something that he's eating next
I've
time.
been wanting to do a show with cashews in my pocket. And then when the show's done, I
Don't
want
even mess around with that.
but because I know how serious he would, he's the type that would be legitimately upset about that. So I can't do it.
But why
No.
did you choose cashews though? Like
I didn't
most people
choose
would say
cashews.
peanuts.
Cashews chose me.
Yes, he did.
What do you think? I
You
just picked an
chose
allergy
it.
out of a hat?
That's what they're saying. That's why I'm
Well,
asking.
no, they're clowns. They don't know what they're talking about.
Wait,
This is
so,
100%. He's not allergic to this stuff.
so you're
Yes, I
allergic
am.
to- wait, cashews and what else? Latex.
By the way, I just got offered on a spot at across the street. I really want to leave this podcast and
Just
do it.
asked you a question.
What?
He ignores me.
Say it
Wow.
again.
You need to have more respect. She said,
Did she just leave?
no, she,
She just walked away.
Oh, I just let my dog inside. Sorry.
You have a dog?
what kind of dog you got?
Shut up.
There's so much I don't know about you.
You know I have a dog,
I didn't know that. What's the dog's name?
Leo.
Leo? All right. Now
Leo.
ask me that question again.
I don't remember what I asked you. Oh, how did you choose cashews to be allergic to?
I
Like,
didn't
why
choose
did
it. It chose me.
why did you choose like
I've
peanuts?
been
like
in the
most people?
vicinity of cashews and my mouth starts to water.
That
Maybe
sounds
you
like
really
you
like
really
them.
want to eat them.
No,
you're
not in
allergic.
like a hungry way. No, in like a it's almost like if I open my mouth, like water will just come out.
Do you want to know why it's fake? It's because
Start drooling.
no.
Yeah, I'd start to
if
drool.
You had a legit reaction to it. Your throat would swell up and you couldn't breathe. Just simply removing yourself from the area wouldn't solve the reaction. So
How do you
in
know
order,
that?
That's
because
true.
it's facts.
Well,
not
it's
an
not
idiot.
like I'm eating them.
It doesn't matter. Once your body reacts to it, it just doesn't
That's
stop
true.
because you
Mhm.
remove yourself from the situation. You don't take Benadryl. You don't take anything, and then it gets better. So obviously, it's in your fucking head.
It's in his head, just like he felt it coursing through his veins.
That's what I'm saying. He has these weird things that go on in his body, and it's in his head.
It's in your head.
Fair enough.
Have you had an allergic reaction to any other nuts?
No,
I was trying to about that.
I was trying to think of a terrible joke about how you're a nut, but no, I haven't. Peanuts I eat. No, it's walnuts, cashews. It's like those kinds of nuts.
Oh, you already Googled which class of nuts they all go into.
Yeah, he put it all
Okay.
together in his head. He's done research on his fake allergy.
I've had issues on planes where people.
But how does he get
bag
better?
of nuts?
Without taking Benadryl.
That is so like a story you heard about somebody, and then you were like, "Oh my god, that happened to me too."
Not at all.
And if you're
I don't know why you guys think I'm like making up these stories.
It doesn't make sense. People who have severe reactions to things to the point where if they're in the same room with it, don't have minor reactions like you, and then when you walk away, it gets better. It just it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Also, you're crazy, so that doesn't help your case.
Exactly, and I know you, so it's like I know that it's in your head.
If there were a more reputable source.
Fair enough.
So all I want to do is now, are you able to do that? Like, I know you don't have pull, like you say, but are you able to administer an allergy test?
No.
Oh, you're asking seriously.
I was being dead serious. I'm going to give him an allergy test.
We don't have like vaccines and also allergy shots.
Oh yeah, I'll just grab one off the shelf.
I assume you worked in a hospital and they have all this stuff.
Yeah, everybody's got allergy tests. So you want to get an
I
allergy
don't just like
test?
open a closet and there's all different kind of like syringes and I like pick which one.
Where do you work? You're just strictly a vaccine person?
Oh my god,
well, where that is, it's only vaccine. Yeah.
Oh, all right, fair enough. I thought you were in like a hospital where they do multiple tests.
No, this is like for for mass old people and Brendan to come and get vaccinated, so they can have the retired EMT come play Candy Crush on his phone for $25 an hour.
If this guy looks, he's gonna hate you because you're just bashing his work ethic.
The thing is, though, I don't even remember what he looked like. I just remember he was totally uninterested because it was really funny. I really wish I could like have video. I should have videotaped you, and then shown the room, and like you could see the difference in his perception and what's actually happening, and it was very interesting.
Well,
and
you could always go back and take a picture of that room. I'm assuming it's still the same, no?
Yeah, I can.
And send it to us so we can put him on blast on Instagram.
Whatever.
I'll do that tomorrow.
Can we move away from me for a minute? Can we discuss why we're on Zoom tonight?
Oh yes,
we can.
Because this is going to be this is an episode that's very much dedicated to COVID.
Why, you're not always on Zoom?
Everybody.
No.
When we try not to do Zoom anymore, we were doing it because of COVID.
You're all in your car doing it together?
Well,
yeah,
I'm the only. No, yeah, usually we do it. Yeah,
for an episode.
That is a good idea. We do an episode from my car. We should do that.
You just drive us to different spots.
Yeah. The podcast on wheels.
Yeah. All right. Let's.
But no, we usually do it in person. But because of COVID, we started doing Zoom, and now whenever we have an issue, we just do it on Zoom.
And the issue this week is that my girlfriend got tested positive.
Yes.
So that's fun.
Okay?
Now, Chris, me and B had this debate.
Yeah.
Do you live with her?
No.
Oh, all right. I was wrong. I thought you lived with her because I said there's no way Chris isn't getting it then.
I mean, there's still almost no way, but I get tested again tomorrow, so we'll see.
All right.
Do you think you have it, Chris?
I don't.
Yeah, he thinks he's got it.
Yeah, I didn't until today. My voice started cracking a bit, and I don't know that that's a symptom or anything, but like my head is like, oh fuck.
Chris, you look paler than normal.
I got a new light.
Oh
yeah, don't blame it on the light. I don't know, man. Something's not right about you today.
You still don't look. You look sickly today.
No, thanks.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because did you freshly shave? Because you don't look freshly shaved.
I got a haircut.
But you have a hat. Can't even see that.
All right, no, so I look like shit. Thanks.
I always look like shit. But anyway.
No, I didn't until my voice started breaking up today. And then I'm like, oh fuck,
Sick.
that might be it.
How's Kira feeling though? Let's hope
She's
feels
all right.
okay.
She had it worse earlier in the week, and then I think she's starting to get better. So she
Good.
had like sore throat, cough, pretty high fever a couple days in a row, and now she's good.
All right.
Now, is this going to affect you going to Serbia?
Shouldn't,
Really?
unless if I test positive, then yes.
Okay.
But
All
as
right.
it stands, she's done quarantining on the 10th.
Oh,
So
wow.
you have it.
Serbia?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's going to
Why?
Serbia.
Yeah.
He's so
no,
sick of this podcast. He's leaving
I'm
to go to
trying-
Serbia.
It's the only way I could leave.
He's
had to
trying
go
to
to
hit all the
foreign
Eastern
country.
Bloc countries before he turns 30, and he was just in where were you?
In
Croatia.
Croatia for 3 months. Yeah.
And after Serbia, where you going? Turkey?
Wherever's open. See what's up.
He's not picking destinations based on want. It's based on availability.
What's available. Serbia should be cool though, but we'll see. I'll keep you guys posted on that because it might have to be pushed back a week. But
All right.
Oh, but it won't be a major setback. It'll just be
no,
you're definitely going.
nothing setting this back, buddy.
All right. Well, no, go B. What were you gonna say?
Actually, can I ask Jess a question real quick?
Sure.
You alluded to this earlier. Because you see these people, like every day. Is the morale high on getting the vaccine?
Well, I'm only seeing the people that are getting the vaccine.
Right.
So yes.
But of the people that are getting it, they're not all like B. They're like,
Oh no, they're excited. They're
good.
happy.
All right. That's what I want to hear.
Except for one guy yesterday, he like stopped me in the middle of I'm like in the middle of giving somebody a shot, and he's like, so like all angry right off the bat. Does this vaccine protect against all the variants that are coming out right now? But he has a mask on, so he's like, does this okay for and I was like, and he was all angry. So I was like, what was that? Meanwhile, like, can you back the fuck up? But
Yeah.
and so he pulls his mask down.
Oh, nice. Love that.
And he's like, does this vaccine, does it even protect us against all these, variants that are coming out, like from the UK and South Africa? And, he's naming all of them. And I said, well, they're not really sure. Some of them, they think it's a pretty good protection. Like I think the UK one, but I was like, they're still studying it. They don't really know. And he's like, oh, great. So Pelosi will just send me the bill and then we'll figure it out after.
This guy's not paying for it anyway.
I was like,
God.
what bill? I was like, what bill? He said, you know what I mean. You know what I mean.
You know what I mean. Yeah, everybody.
And I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. We don't send you a bill. He's like, yeah, well, you know what Pelosi's saying. And then I was just like, okay, can you go back in line? So besides that guy, everyone's been like really excited to get the
I
vaccine.
love how like they can't complete their sentences, so they're like, "Oh, you know the thing."
And then, or a lot of them will be like, yeah, well, I was supposed to get it whenever, but Cuomo.
It's because people hate them. It's just that's the excuse for everything now.
But they don't even say anything more. It's just like you said, like Cuomo, and he thought I was gonna be like, oh,
Yeah.
right, Cuomo, like
Oh.
I get it now.
so annoying. Like I don't want to, talk to you about it, but yes, mostly it's everyone's really happy. A lot of the old. This is the happiest group of old people I've ever been around.
Oh,
Because they haven't been able to do anything for the last
Yeah,
year.
exactly.
Like,
And
we've
they're all
had-
like, I can see my grandkids. It's really cute.
Yeah, so
that's
I
awesome.
do see that because I do know some older people and they have been completely quarantined for a year, and they're ready to get it and get out, man. They're sick of spending the twilight years in a house. Like they want to see their grandkids while they can and enjoy life.
Yeah, Brandon was by far the most dramatic one.
Was he really, out of the hundreds or thousands of people you may have vaccinated, has he been the worst?
Well, he was fine when he was getting the vaccine. And I guess to be fair, I don't usually go check on them when they're waiting for 15 minutes. But most people are like, do I really have to wait 15 minutes? Can I just go home? And they're very lax about it. And Brendan was like, I think I'll stay here for 5 hours and make sure I'm okay.
Is it only 15 minutes? Can I stay overnight?
I'd like to check in.
Oh, all right.
I don't want to go to sleep with this without having people look at me.
So
Whatever, guys. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I am who I am, okay?
No, I love it because I think this is really what makes me happy.
Good. I'm glad this is what makes you happy. There's not a lot, so I'm glad that I could be the source of your happiness. Miserable.
Well, I do want to touch on something. I know I don't want to keep on hitting the COVID stuff. You're gonna hang out with us for the rest right now, Jess? You having fun, or do you want us to let you go?
I said, unless you're going to talk about football, then I'm.
Hey, by the way, Jess, I just got a spot at Lithology at 7:30 tonight. If you want to meet me over there, anybody.
I got invited to go to that show tonight, and I turned it down because of this.
Oh, well, they
Wait,
just
is
added
that where
me to
you
the
were at the
lineup.
last one where they didn't have a seat for me and I had to sit in the little kindergarten desk right in front
Yes.
of? Oh.
How many times have you seen Brendan stand up? Wow, I just called you Brendan.
That's because
Um,
Jess has been calling me Brendan.
A couple times. How many times? At Croxley's, that one, the first one last January.
Okay.
Oh, all right, I was there.
At your house over whenever that was.
My
September.
backyard. Yep.
Were you in the back with the? Did you have the back seats saved? Were you the one who stole my seat?
Yes. Yes. She was in the.
I knew it. I thought you looked familiar.
Where do I look familiar from?
From my
was at his
backyard. You
house.
guys already had an altercation.
You didn't even realize this because I got removed by your host, your fellow host, not them. So by the time they got there, I already got removed.
Oh yeah,
from
I was gonna say I didn't steal anybody's seat.
No. They had seats saved. You were with a group of people, right?
Uh-huh.
And you were in the back of the backyard.
Yeah.
I
had
was
it
sitting
in
in
the
the
back.
middle of that, and I got asked to move because those seats were saved.
Oh.
We
You
saved
should feel
seats for you.
flattered that they saved you those.
I apologize. Well,
Yeah.
I brought a big entourage with me. So
You did. You're always good with that. And then you also came. You came to the last Lithology show I was on,
Mhm.
and that was the one where the guy fell fell down.
Yes.
Yeah,
really
that was quite a show.
embarrassing. I felt bad for him.
I did
Oh.
too.
But
Yeah.
I want to talk about another fan of yours, B. And I want to. Do you have the email? Does anybody have it ready? Or do you need me to send it?
I can pull it up.
Hold on, let me get it.
Well, I want you to read it because one,
I'll
you're
read
better
it.
at stuff. And we finally got an email from somebody, and we usually never get emails. We get the occasional review, and we'll get either text messages or like Instagram messages. But this person took the time to write us a nice email, and
Yeah.
I was flattered, and I'm highly thankful.
Yeah.
But because
Yeah, everybody was flattered. I have it up right here.
But because B didn't love the review about himself, he thought it was a bot.
He thought it was
And this
fake, but
person
no way.
Is not fake. This is a
Yeah.
real person. So B, read this email.
Well, I'll tell you why I thought it was. I don't think it is anymore. But I'll give you my reasons as to why I thought it was fake. But all right, I'll read this email that we got. It's from a guy named I don't know. Should I say his name?
Yeah, hey, and sorry if we pronounce it wrong, but it's Hey Jin Jong.
All right. So he says, "What's up, guys? Found you on SoundCloud. At first, I thought Chick was Artie Lang. Realized he wasn't when Chick said that he's never done any hard drugs other than weed. Anyway, I listen to you guys while I sort mail at USPS and while delivering groceries with Instacart. It's nice listening to down-to-earth guys who have a comedic background. B can be a little annoying at times, but it is what it is."
Favorite part. That was my favorite part of the whole thing. Even though I like the Artie Lang comparison, and this is why I know he listens because bots.
By the
don't
way,
use
we're not done yet. We're not done with the email.
I'm sorry.
I was just a little blip in his email. It was like, I guess I have to mention this annoying ass in between the other guys. So he goes, B can be a little annoying at times, but it is what it is. Do I say that a lot? Do I say it is what it is?
No,
This is not part of the email. I'm asking you idiots.
No, actually, you might.
Hello?
I don't. It's not something that I'm conscious of.
I think all guys say that all the time. That's like a
Okay.
bro. That's like a bro thing.
It's a bro thing. So then he goes on to say, Chick, you truly are a master debater. And kudos to slipping into her DM with your nutritionist. And Chris, you do a good job keeping these two even keeled. Keep up the good work, guys. So he had something nice to say about everybody on this podcast.
And the only mention of B is that he's a little annoying. But it is what it is. He can deal with it.
It is what it is. By the way,
so why would you think that's fake?
That's why I didn't. And let me give her a background, because every interaction we get, B thinks is fake. He thinks we're so bad that why would anybody want to listen to us, and why would anybody actually reach out to us? So that's his mentality.
Okay.
And I'll give him, sometimes it's good to be that way because some things are bots. I'm a little too I believe everything. Like, oh, everybody listens and everybody loves us. So it's nice to have,
Do you also get like messages that are not real?
Yes, we've gotten those.
We've gotten a couple
often,
weird
but not very
random
often.
things. Not very often. It's not
Well,
often.
it happened early on. Remember early on when we first started, we got
used to get a lot of emails of people saying I listened to the show and reach out, but you could tell it was them trying to get something from us, and like one of those, like, I don't know.
And
like
Chick, you would always jump on that stuff.
well, just because they'll get us more views or they'll get our
what it is? It's like those marketing schemes where they're like, sign up for our program and we'll get your show thousands of views.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so I'll give you my few reasons why at first I thought it was fake. One, because I've never been involved in something with Chick where I'm called the annoying person. Okay, that has never happened in the history of life where I'm the annoying person.
Again. That will never happen again.
It won't. It made me think that maybe Hay is confused with our voices. Maybe he's listening and he thinks I'm you. That's the only thing.
Because everything else he said about
that
is right on.
I'm trying to make myself feel better.
And the only hard drug that you do is weed.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I smoke tons of weed, but that's all.
That's the only hard drug you do.
Only.
So then the other reason why I thought it might be fake is because I feel like a lot of these things are like Chris being the even-keeled guy that wrangles us all together. Like, I feel like we've heard these before on like our reviews.
But it's true. That's why it keeps getting brought up.
But no. But it seemed like verbatim they were like somebody just read our reviews and wrote an email. So but although I've never been mentioned as annoying in our emails or in our
that's
reviews.
what I was just gonna say. That's
but even if he didn't listen and he's reading your reviews and sending you an email, I feel like that's a lot of time to put into something that you don't care about.
He's real.
Exactly.
He's real. And I want to tell you one thing, Hey. Are you listening? When I first read this email, here's what B, the annoying guy, thought. I said, "Oh, a guy reached out to us. We have new merch. I'm gonna get this guy's home address and I'm gonna send him a T-shirt, maybe. Maybe a mug. I'm gonna be nice." But then
what? And don't do it in this condescending attitude. Speak nice to this gentleman who took his time to reach out to us and he
listen to our show every week.
And listen to
B.
I got to my section.
Me and Chris love you from the bottom of our hearts.
Yeah, and you know what? We'll get your address.
We do want to send you something.
Yeah.
Well,
so we'd like you to respond back to us and give us some way that we could send you something from the show.
I'm going to tell you this right now, Hey. If I'm not sending it, you're not getting it, because these two guys aren't going to send you anything. Chris is going to be in Serbia in a week and a half, and Chick is not going to do anything. So if anybody's sending you something, it's going to be the annoying guy. Okay, you can bet your bottom dollar on that. So,
but
yeah, we
thank him for that, though.
All jokes aside, we do thank you for listening, and we really appreciate you writing in. It did. Even though you said I was annoying, it did make my week, because there's something I like about, and I don't know what it is, Chick. We've talked about this a few times, that there's something kind of that is exciting to me when somebody dislikes what I'm doing through the podcast.
Interesting.
It's like a weird like
Well, because you know what? That means people are and I get what you're saying, and I agree, because it's like people are listening enough that they care enough to disagree with you.
yes.
Right.
And there will, you know what I mean? It's like they obviously enjoy our podcast, or else if they hated it and didn't listen to it, they wouldn't respond negatively. Because it's not that easy it's not like we post it and all you have to do is put in the comments section, these guys are assholes.
I feel like it makes him happy because all you ever do is put yourself down, and then someone's like, "You're annoying." You're like, "Oh yes, see,
I knew it.
I am annoying."
I was like, I actually agree with this guy.
My feelings.
I totally agree with him. I'm on board with what he's saying. I am annoying. I feel like I'm an annoying person.
Like if he was like, "Oh my god, Brendan is so funny and he's my favorite part of the show," you would have been like, "Oh, this is fake."
I would have thought that. See,
100%. You can't compliment B.
Yeah, but you're right. This is a great compliment.
I self-deprecate, but I also love compliments. B self-deprecates and hates compliments.
Yeah. Well.
So it's like
it is what it is.
Comfortable when people are telling him that he's kind of annoying.
Yeah, because it reaffirms to him that his thoughts are correct and he's not.
I get it. I get where he's coming from. Now I would like to find out what it is that I did to annoy him.
I think it's just your constant whining about nonsense.
It could be.
Like I bitch about things and I have opinions, but you whine. Like
he
you
could
like,
write back.
Yeah.
He could write back. I'll tell you what annoys me. Listen to the beginning of this episode that you're talking about me. That's why I'm annoyed by you. And I would agree. I get it. I'm sorry.
If you even made it this far.
Yeah, if you made it this far. And I agree. And it is what it is. That's who I am. I'm not going to change.
Yeah, but you know what? Now hearing you say it is what it is.
I'm only saying that now because
I know, but I'm saying hearing you actually like really saying it in a real context, you do say a lot, I think.
Yeah, I think it sounds very natural.
Yeah. It's like almost like your catchphrase, I feel like.
Yeah, maybe it is.
It is.
Well, guys,
it is what it is.
All right.
Now, how'd you guys do in the snow? Before we really wrap things up, I do want to do my picks again, and I have.
You're gonna do your picks.
You know what? Let me do my picks now because I'm excited about it.
To get out of here.
Listen, I just got a last-minute spot across the street from my apartment. It's pretty nice.
You don't get to get
frame, but B's 1 foot is actually over towards the door.
It really is.
I mean, like I understand. I see the time, but how dare you accept it mid-podcast and then rushing us off?
Because,
in my opinion, you're busy.
It is annoying.
You're busy, right?
No. As a comedian during a pandemic, you have to take any gig you can get.
All right, fair enough. I mean, I get it. So
let's just hope I don't have to do a half hour.
I hope you do it.
I hope you do.
I'm not gonna be able to do that.
Well, I'd like to see you bomb, but
you have the opportunity if you want to leave your car. You're in your car. Drive there.
Yeah, I might. I usually do the picks about new stuff that's just came out, and I, recommend it. But because of an email or a message we got last week,
another fan of the show,
and I've been thinking about changing it up because I've almost been getting bored with myself.
Another fan of the show who isn't so happy with what we're doing.
Yeah, who has his critiques?
Yeah. So what I was trying to change it was, I'm going to pick like a category that I make up and then pick my 3 favorite movies in that category. So to start off this new Chicks Picks, I'm doing my top 3 80s movies with teenage child leads.
So specific. All right.
Okay.
I told you I want to get out there. So my first one is The Goonies. Goonies is the best.
I tried to get to that house when I went to
like the house that they live in.
So when I went to Portland a couple years ago, in Astoria, is where like a lot of those 90s, 80s films were made.
Really?
Like,
I didn't know.
yeah, so it's right on that. There's like that beach scene. I went to that beach, and you can. The
Yeah,
house is
No, it was in Astoria.
Astoria, Oregon.
Oh, I was.
Yeah, it's on the other side of it. And I went there and I tried to drive up the street, and there was like it became such a problem that the lady that owns it like had to block off the street. It's pretty crazy. But I'm sorry to add that. I don't mean to be annoying.
No, I like that. Sorry, excuse me. My second one is arachnophobia. No, not whoops.
Wait, that was your
License
review of Goonies? Nothing beats Goonies?
I don't need to review the Goonies. I'm just telling the three movies. These are all old movies from the 80s.
All right,
I mean, it's just my favorites of these.
So now you're just gonna list your favorites. You're not even gonna tell us about them.
You need to know about the Goonies. I didn't realize I had to
Someone
explain.
might.
Well, if
I've
you've
never
never
seen
seen
it.
the Goonies,
I've
it's
never
about.
seen it.
Jess has
Get
never seen
outta
the
here.
Goonies.
Are you lying?
I'm not.
If you don't mind me asking, how old are you roughly? You don't have to give me an
22.
exact.
How old are you roughly?
Well, that makes sense. If she's 22, that makes total sense.
22.
That's what I said. If she's 22, that would
She's
make
not
total
22.
sense. I know she's not 22. I'm saying.
Why do you know that?
Because
I know
you're,
how
you're
old you are.
trying to be a nurse. You got to be older than that.
Yeah.
No, I'm the oldest one in my class. It's very embarrassing.
Yeah.
What decade?
32.
32. Right? So you should know this. I'm a little disappointed. But it's a movie about a group of kids.
It's a point.
What?
Nothing. Go on.
It's a fucking classic. No, it's a movie about a bunch of kids who they're about to lose their house because
This is why we don't ask them to review stuff, Chris.
I just fucking started. And they're like a bunch of misfits, and basically they go on a pirate hunt, like for gold and treasure. And it's a great 80s movie. It is what it is. I don't know how much more I can describe the Goonies. It's got one eye.
All
Yeah,
right, go on. We get
He
it.
just said it. Did you hear it?
What?
He just said it is what it is.
I never said I didn't
Did?
say that. I know I say it.
I'm just saying it's like a bro thing that you bros say.
Gotta pay
It's
It's like a
bro.
thing.
Hey, I love it.
I don't think you guys notice when you say it. All right. Anyway, I'll
I don't
check out
notice
the Goonies.
But my second one was License to Drive. Do you
I've
know
never
like
seen that.
I've never.
License to Drive is about it's with Corey Haim and Corey Feldman, and the kid
The
failed.
Corys.
Yeah, he fails his driver's test, and then he basically steals his mother's car, and it's about a whole night out and about, and they get into all types of shit. Great movie, typical 80s classic. The Haim and Feldman are the two most famous kids of the 80s. Both fucking didn't one die from drugs, and the other became a fucking nut job.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
One of them, I think one of them had relations with Michael Jackson, right?
That's the rumor.
You know what? I think Corey Feldman was the one who was trying to blow up, like not Weinstein, but about the child pornography that goes on in Hollywood.
Right.
And he apparently got blackballed. So
Yeah.
Right, because
he's also a fucking.
that up decades ago.
What'd you say?
He tried to talk about that like years
Yeah,
ago.
yeah, it was a long time ago, and that's why they say his career went nowhere after being like the big thing in the 80s. And then the last one is The Breakfast Club, and that's what all the kids who get detention on. Was it a Saturday morning? You didn't like it?
I never saw that one either.
Great movie, Chris. They all just get the detention on a Saturday morning, and it's just it's a classic 80s movie.
All right.
Why
I
do you
love
keep shaking your head?
I
Say
don't like
something.
it.
What didn't you like about it?
I just didn't like it.
All right.
I didn't
I
like
feel
the
like it's
review
one of
of
those movies. It's like everyone's like, "Oh, it's best Breakfast Club," and then I like was waiting for something amazing, and I was like,
See, I think some of these movies you can't go into it all hyped up. You have to grow up on it, and then you get like a nostalgic with it. No, because it's not. You can't hype up The Breakfast Club, and then somebody watches it, and it's like, oh, it's amazing.
No, that is.
"So you
like
agree that it's not
from,
that good?"
Yeah.
No, I think it's very good. I just think it's when you grow up on these movies, you have more. You have
Yeah, it's not good unless you saw it when you were a child.
Stop.
No,
Stop.
I'm wondering because I think that way about Star Wars now.
No, this isn't a child's movie though. You can watch this and enjoy it, Chris.
Yeah.
I think it's the nostalgia that makes it good, not the actual like. You don't have to be a kid to
Yes.
like it,
Yes.
but
Yeah.
your feelings of being a kid while you watch it. But actually, it's not a great movie.
That's why I love Backdraft so much.
Exactly. That's exactly. Backdraft is not a good movie, but it is a great movie.
You know, it's an even worse movie. Backdraft 2. I tried to watch that. Shut it off within the first 4 minutes.
You remember when I told you? I said I thought it was going to be good. It had like a returning cast, and
It was
one of
awful.
the worst sequels I've ever seen in my life.
Damn.
But
I agree.
yeah,
I agree. Is that all your picks?
yeah. Let's just do 3. My 3
Can I
faves.
just give a shout out to one person?
Yes.
So, you know, I work a little bit in the restaurant industry. There's a guy out there that some of you guys know that is going above and beyond. And I want to give
you, and I know why you're bringing this up. But Go for it. Just go.
I want to give just a huge adult babies congratulate like a big high five from the adult babies to Dave Portnoy.
I knew it. I fucking knew it.
What?
I don't know why you're so.
No, because B has some secret intel, right? He's got an undercover agent in my group chat. So when he sees me go on a rant about somebody, this person tells him, and now he's gonna just come out and fire things that'll get me aggravated. Because
Chris, I don't even. You don't know about this, but I have an inside. What do you call it? A mole?
A mole.
I have somebody on the inside with Chick and his crazy texts.
Right.
And I've had that for a couple months now, a little while. So I'm hearing you know how we get craziness from him?
Oh, I bet they get so much more.
It's so much more, and it's just it's insane.
And it's a lot worse. It's much more vulgar.
It is worse. So what is your problem with Dave Portnoy?
I have
All right.
I've hated
Can I say
him
something
since the
first?
beginning. Sure.
I get that he could be an annoying character. Coming from an annoying guy, I know an annoying person. He could be a little smug, but you have to respect what he's doing for small businesses, for restaurants right now.
And as I told them, I respect what he's doing for small businesses. That's a good deed. But because you're doing that doesn't make me like you, because after I've hated you for one good deed doesn't change my view of you.
Oh my God. I agree with this so hard.
Yeah.
That guy pisses me off so much.
He's been a piece of shit forever. The guy's an asshole. He really is. And I don't know him personally, so maybe he could be. If I met him, he could be the nicest guy in the world. But the image
if you owned a restaurant though, and you were about to lose everything,
and he helped me out, thank you.
Your tune would change.
Yeah, but isn't he like a millionaire?
Yes.
He's got a lot of money.
How much of his own money is he like?
0.
Thank you.
How many other millionaires are out there bailing people out?
Hey, bro, everyone give your money. You're all starving, and you guys give all your money, but I'm telling you to do it, so now I'm a hero.
And you know what he looks like now? That everybody thinks he doesn't do this in his self-interest, is that everybody loves him now. Everybody thinks he's the man of the people, and now his worth and everything is going to escalate. And I'm not saying that he's a piece of shit. Like, I get it. He did a good thing, and good that he did it. But I haven't liked you since the beginning. This is a guy who fought against all of his employees who wanted to unionize. And I get it from a business standpoint. You don't want your guys to unionize. But if you're a man of the people, you should take care of your employees so they don't feel like they need to unionize, because obviously things aren't great.
Well, exactly, because then you're going against, now you're saying, oh, I support small business, but actually my own people can go fuck
themselves. So people don't know that. They just love him because he did this. The other thing is, he also goes around doing these pizza reviews, and I know they're going to say, oh, it's not that bad. But you're going to tell me if Portnoy, who's got this huge following, comes into your pizzeria, bashes it, and then puts a video out where it gets millions and millions of views, that helps them? No.
Oh, so how often is he bashing the pizza?
All the fucking time. He did it to Severios in Massapequa. So my point is,
he didn't bash it. He just didn't say it was.
No, but that's
terrible.
Okay, they don't. Severios.
Massapequa in general has some terrible pizza. I don't know.
Oh yeah, get it.
But
what's your favorite pizza place, Chris? Do you have one?
No, I just get Umberto's is close. I just go to that.
All right.
So they all thought I had no reason why I hate this guy. It's not like I hate him for no reason. And then he bashed pizzerias, and like you're obviously not there to promote business. You're there for yourself. You're there for yourself, and I don't mock that. You know, it's capitalistic world.
I
Go
think
out and make your money. But he also on this whole stock market thing that everybody thought they were going to fuck the big guy. These people don't know what they're doing. The ones who are buying the stock, who are just doing it to screw hedge funds. And what winds up happening is the ones who don't really know that you buy it and then you got to sell it before you lose a lot of money. Do you know how many of these little people lost tons of money and these hedge funds are going to be fine? So yeah, you have the right in mind to be like, yeah, screw hedge funds. They're bad for, you know, the world. That's a whole different story. But it's not like he gets people to do things and he doesn't have to suffer the repercussions of the negative effects that happens. But he's out there promoting and bashing everybody. I just think he's an asshole.
Also, he made that stupid fucking flag, Saturdays are for the boys, and I want to punch everyone in the face that flies.
See, there you go. And he hates women.
What's wrong with Saturdays are for the boys?
It's so annoying. Like, it's just...
I think it's
I don't know what else to say.
Definitely not a nice dude, but it does take someone with a big platform to do a fund like that. So I agree with you 100% on the day trading thing. I think he's screwing a lot of people over with that. But this restaurant thing is pretty awesome.
And you know what some people said? Well, they should know to pull out. No, these people don't know. So they think
in general, he's been doing this day trading thing since the pandemic started, and he's making it seem like it's all just gains, and it's not. Like, a lot of people have lost money because they followed the Barstool guy's fucking trading advice.
So he helps a few businesses, and I get it. That's a great thing to do, and I commend him for that deed. But it doesn't discount everything else that I don't like about him.
And I just don't think we should be like worshiping him for that. I'm like, yeah, but you know, if he was like giving $1 million to each small business once a week or something, I still think it's nice. It's great. It's not like I would say don't do it, but also like I don't feel like he deserves to be fucking worshipped for it. Everyone's sharing it on Instagram.
I wish more people were doing it.
Yeah, I think maybe
more people should be doing it.
He's getting worshipped for it because out of all the fucking billionaires, he's the only one doing it. But
he's not giving any money, which is why I'm saying we don't need to worship him for it. He's just saying, hey guys, donate your money. You guys who are all struggling.
But he has the
order off
platform
of fucking
to do
Amazon
it.
and Target.
To do it,
now all of a sudden everyone cares about small businesses.
There's a lot of people that have that platform that are not stepping up to do that, though.
Yeah.
But that
I said that's great.
That's
great. I'm not tearing him down for it. I just don't think he should be worshipped for it because more people aren't doing the best.
He did donate $500,000 of his own money just this month.
What?
I still stand behind my statement.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying. Well, we can't be on here saying he hasn't donated any of his own money. He did.
So if he could have donated $10 million. I don't care. Like, that's what I'm saying. One good deed, one good deed, in my opinion. It's one giant deed. Yes, he did the right thing.
You've never done a good deed in your life. And by the way, Chick, I just want to say one.
I'm not downplaying what he did. I'm just saying it doesn't make me like him because he did one great thing.
All right. Well, I just want to say one thing. We've been I don't want to say suffering through your Chick's picks for a year and a half, but we've been listening to them and people like them and I liked it myself. But what people want to hear is Chick fired up about a subject.
Yeah.
And this is what I'm trying. I would love you to get fired up about it instead of hearing.
Because it has to be natural. It can't be made up.
Man, we tried it.
I know. You're so good when you're passionate and pissed off about something. Not when you're like, I like the Goonies. It's
so you know what?
The
this
treasure
inside
hunt
source might be the best thing that ever happened to this show because this brings up more of a natural response than me. Like if I just picked Portnoy and then I came on the show and I was like, I'm gonna bash Portnoy, it wouldn't come off good. It would just sound like an idiot.
All right. So maybe we'll try to hit you with these things every now and again.
I said. And you know what's funny? I talked to this inside source and I told them, I was like, listen, you could share things with me. I go, don't put me in a position where I'm on the show talking about things you know I don't want to talk about.
Now, can I also mention one thing before we get out of here? Because I have a spot in 5 minutes. Very famous over here on Main
And Jess
Street.
has been very patient with us, but her hand on her chin has been like that for the last 40 minutes. So she's over this.
It has. Chick, I also heard you kind of shut me out on that end. You didn't want me knowing everything. Is that true?
Yeah, I don't want you knowing everything. You don't need to know everything.
All right.
Man, what are you saying in there?
Yeah,
Well,
this thing,
some things are for you got to be there to enjoy
he
it.
he put a hold on me. I couldn't figure out stuff, but I know everything. All right,
That's the thing is like you know me, so it's not like you don't get half of this stuff. You just don't get it on this group chat.
No, and I'm thankful for that. Anytime I don't have to deal with you in a group chat and I could get it from a second source is much better than dealing with it firsthand. Now, before we get out of here, Super Bowls this week. Let's just do. I don't know. You want to do a little quick Super Bowl picks?
Yes.
Jess, we'll start with you.
Who's playing?
The Buccaneers and the Chiefs.
I have never heard of either one of those teams.
Tom Brady versus Pat Mahomes.
What color do you like better, red or red?
They're both red.
Yes.
One's a pinkish red.
Yeah, that's true. There's a pewter in one.
One's a dark red. One's a pinkish red.
Well, my husband said I'm not allowed to like Tom Brady, so whoever's on the other team.
So Patrick Mahomes, you're going with the Chiefs. So Jess picks the Chiefs.
I want to hear them. Give us a score. Just make it up. I want to
Make up a score.
She's gonna nail it. I know she's gonna.
I don't know. Like, is it like basketball or is like
No.
105? Oh.
It could be high scoring.
Not 100 though.
Not 100. You want to stay lower than the 60s, like 50s and lower.
48 to 25.
Yeah.
All right.
Right. Okay.
All right.
You know what's great about that is those are two numbers that could possibly happen. It's not like
48-25. Chiefs.
It's not like she
I
picked.
am lucky with when I bet on the boxes. I have won many times, so.
All right. Well, we'll see. Chick, what do you got?
I'm gonna go with Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to upset the Chiefs 28-24.
Huh.
Actually, 31-28.
31-28
Oh,
Chiefs.
all right.
I mean Bucks.
Bucks. 31-28 Bucks.
Oh, all right. Actually, I was going to say the same thing. So,
So that's
Tom Brady.
go off by a point.
All right. Yeah. Well, I have Tom Brady definitely. And then I guess I got to pick a different score.
Chris, wait 2 minutes to pick it.
Yeah, 31-28 was what I was going to pick. I'm going to stick with that.
All right, fuck it. Do 31-28. B, it's on you. That's such a Chris answer.
And I think
I
it's
know.
going to be a fourth quarter comeback.
All right. I am going to also go with the Tom Brady Buccaneers. I think the Chiefs are probably going to win, but I'm going to go for I don't know. I know I just said the Chiefs are going to win, but Brady always seems to do something, and I'm going to go 27-24 Bucks.
All right. The Bucks are definitely going to lose after we just mushed them.
Oh, yeah. I like the idea of them winning at home, too.
Yeah, they are home.
That's
Yeah,
pretty
they're
cool.
home.
But Jessica, thank you for coming on. We do appreciate your time.
Jess, do you have a Instagram or anything that we can promote for you?
Really?
Do you want followers
You
to
wanna-
creep you out on Instagram?
TikTok.
You don't have to promote anything.
Yeah, you don't
Anybody
have to.
wants a vaccine,
You have
Call
my
Jessica.
Instagram.
give us
Yeah,
your
we do
phone
have your
number.
Instagram.
You have my Instagram.
It's angry eyelashes.
Why do you always make me angry and then that makes me angry when you say I'm angry?
Can I tell you, I've noticed your eyelashes this whole episode, and I was gonna compliment, but I didn't want to bring any attention to anything yet. But I've noticed your eyelashes.
She's got eyelashes you could sweep the floor with.
That's what I was just gonna say. Those are one of the I could visually see those on a Zoom, and I was gonna say something, but I didn't know how she'd react. So
It would have been nice if you said that after Brendan said I looked like shit before.
That's not what I said. All right. You know what? I'm
You know
sorry.
what? We're making him late for his set now.
fuck his set. He should have never accepted mid-show. I'm sorry.
It
I
is
would've
what it is.
purposely
With
waited till 7:30.
It is what it is.
It is.
It is what it is. If you made it this far, everybody, thank you for listening. Review us, email us. Hey, we love you, and that's it. Thank you.
Yeah, and we'll contact you. We're gonna send you something.